is the impact of those plastic bags. And I don't know if you know this, but Austin actually passed a measure to, you can't use plastic bags in Austin anymore. So they're thinking about doing that in San Antonio. So there's your chance to get your free bags and do your part that way. Today you'll be hearing from some student speeches. How many of you are in a class with one of the speakers speaking today? All right, good. So we expect you to really applaud loud when your student speaker is up there. And these students are not competing, so there's no pressure. You're done. This is the good part. This is the easy part, is doing the actual presentation today. So I will turn the floor over. I believe we're just about ready. I'll turn the floor over to Dr. Menchaca, and she is the person who's spearheading the speech showcase. Let's give her a round of applause.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? Good. Awesome. Welcome to the 6th annual Earth Day Speech Showcase, and we're really excited to be here. I want to, before we get started here, I want to go ahead and just give you a couple of reminders. One, please make sure that you silence your cell phone. So if you haven't done that already, please do that out of courtesy to our speakers this morning. We want to make sure that they are not disrupted. You're going to put these down for me? Yes, thank you. All right. We're going to get rid of the music so you can hear me a little better.
There we go.
All right, awesome. Okay. So the other thing, as Professor Mayo already reminded you of, there's lots and lots of different events that are still available for you to attend. So please make sure that you go and visit some of those things. There are posters all over the place. We've got some stuff happening out in the Cyber Cafe, and we have the documentary that's taking place in the student commons. And the other thing is that at 12:30, right after the speech showcase, there is a poetry contest that's happening in this very room. So you guys don't have to go anywhere. You can just stick around in this room, and it'll begin at 12:30. So what I'd like to do is to say, before we even sort of get started with our speeches, is that an event like this requires a lot of coordination and effort from a lot of people. And what I would like to do is to say thank you to my colleagues in the speech communication department. So if you guys are in here, wave. There we go. All right, all right. Professors in the speech comm department. So I want to say thank you to them for helping out, because truly without them recruiting students and encouraging students, this just wouldn't be possible. So I really do appreciate you guys to give them a round of applause. Anyway, never mind. Clearly, we're having a really interesting morning this morning. We're starting a little bit late because we had some technical difficulties that we were able to smooth out. And for those of you who know, that is probably perhaps one of the things that so many people fear in terms of public speaking. And so we were able to get those taken care of. So what I would like to say is that the students who are presenting this morning are real troopers in so many ways. We don't have any money to give them. Our president is right over here, Dr. Follins, the president of the college. Maybe Dr. Follins, in the future, we can actually present cash prizes to our speech students in the future. Anyhow, how's that for on the spot? But at the same time, we are able to cobble together some small thank you gifts for our students. And Pearson Publishers was one of our sponsors today. So the students receive goodie bags with all kinds of goodies in them, as well as, of course, our own NLC Public Relations Department. They also contributed to the goodies in the goodie bags. So thank you. That's our thank you, our token of thanks. What I'd like to do now is to get started. So as I said earlier, these students were selected. We have a process, and this was all a judicial process in a sense, where we had to make a judgment about what we thought would be best for an event such as this. And so the students were really, we submitted names into a large, folks who were either selected by their peers, most of them selected by their peers, voted by their peers. And we had close to 15 names that were submitted. And we had to whittle that down to 7, and we ended up having 7 people present with us today. Thank you. So they had to go through that particular process before they ended up here today. And each of them, I want to thank them as well for being passionate about their message and wanting to share it with you guys. They're college students just like you, right? So that's the thing you need to remember. They're not professional speakers. They haven't been speaking for 30 plus years like I have. So they're right there with you, so they deserve your appreciation. So our first speaker today is Cole Hutton, and he is a sophomore in liberal arts, and the title of his presentation is Talking Trash. Well, give him a round of applause.
You guys got dragged out here by your teachers. Alright. So, what is that? Trash? Okay. What are some words that describe trash? Of your opinion. Rubbish? I want answers here. Come on. Garbage. Give me more. Give me more. Give me like adjectives.
Dirty.
Maybe this will help. How about now? How do you feel about that?
Nasty.
Nasty? Alright. How does nasty work? You like nasty, disgusting? How about that right there? Starting to get there? Alright. We in the United States produce 250 tons of trash a year. 4.4 pounds per American. 50% of all the trash in the world is produced in the United States. We do that with 6% of the population and 8% in terms of consumer spending of all the money that is in the world, and 13% in terms of what our country as a whole spends, including the government. This is according to Red Book magazine. Now, I don't know about you, but that seems like an awful lot of trash. And to me personally, the concept that we have such a small amount of the population to produce so very much for trash seems kind of disgusting and really unacceptable. So when I started thinking about this, one of the first things I considered is what can we do? What are the alternative possibilities? And the first thing that I think comes to most people's minds is recycle. But not everything can be recycled. So I want to talk for a second about what you can recycle. You can recycle things like plastics, metals, glass. 52% of all the trash that we produce. So that's something like 130 tons of trash every year. What is that, like 2.4 pounds per person, right? And on that note, the Chinese actually buy our trash from us, recycle it themselves, sell it back to us, make toys or whatever. Everything's made in China or Mexico nowadays, right? So they're selling our own trash back to us because we don't have a solution for it. Not everything can be recycled, and I'll get to why I'm bringing this up later, but things like food scraps, we waste 1/3 of the food we buy. We waste $12.5 billion of food every year. 1/3 of all the food we buy. Think about that for a second in terms of paying off your student debts, in terms of, having to deal with car payments or insurance, your rent. 1/3 of all the money that you're spending on food goes in the trash. Right?
Emily Christine Brown, and she is a freshman who is studying education. And the title of her speech is Get Clean and Stay Green. Give her a round of applause.
Did you know that every day enough plastic straws are thrown away to fill 127 7 school buses. That's per day, not per year. I'd like to tell you about Norwex, a company that is working to reduce waste such as this in our world. Every day, I bet each of us finds ourselves doing one of the following: using plastic straws, cleaning something, or using other plastic products that are then later thrown away. I myself have used these Norwex products that are for all of these things and more that can help reduce this waste. When I was first introduced to Norwex, I was helping clean up someone's house. They were going to sell it, and the windows were filthy, and they handed me a wet towel. I looked around, okay, where's the Windex, where's the cleaner? And they said, no, that's it, you just wipe off the window with this towel. And at first I thought that was crazy. And as I used their products, I realized how effective they were, not just on the windows, but on the rest of the house. And so Norwex products can help us keep our homes and our planet green and safe. So during my presentation today, I'll be discussing, first, some of Norwex products that are available, second, how we can use them, and third, how they're affecting our environment. And so first, Norwex has many products that today we'll just be discussing three. And so first, I'll be discussing their EnviroCloth. They're multi-purpose towels that can meet all of our general cleaning needs. According to Norwex.com,
Our final speaker of the showcase is Kristen Kuamura, and she's a sophomore planning to transfer to Texas State and major in resource and environmental science. And the title of her presentation is Leave No Trace. Give her a round of applause, guys.
Take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints, and kill nothing but time. Who here has ever seen or heard those words? Okay, for those of you who don't know, this is the mantra of the Leave No Trace theory. It was designed to inform others about our impact on nature and what we can do as a community and as individuals to prevent or minimize that impact. Now, I've enjoyed many recreational activities from camping to hiking and biking, and anytime I am out there on a trail or campsite, the following 7 Leave No Trace principles are always something I try to be mindful of. So what are the principles? They are plan ahead and prepare, travel and camp on durable surfaces, dispose of waste properly, leave what you find, minimize campfire impacts, respect the wildlife, and be considerate of other visitors. So today we will talk about how this theory affects our environment and our animals when we don't apply these rules, and the controversy surrounding this idea. So with these principles in mind, small changes in our own behavior can have a significant effect on our environment. According to American Wilderness, it's been said that Americans are loving our wilderness to death. And what that means is that there's too many people on our trails and campsites, and the impact can alter our environment by polluting the water, spreading diseases, spreading exotic species,